AudioJungle.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and episode 3 of An Englishman Abroad. If you've managed to catch up with the last episode, we had the ACL Champions League double header. We were aiming to start the Thai season in this video, but it looks like we're going to have another ACL double header. The draw for the ACL was done and it's popped up 2 games in front of our first scheduled league game, so we're going to be covering those in this video. In the last video I also mentioned that we did a bit of wheeling dealing in the market, so we actually bought in quite a few players. The ones of note were Al Mandar Al Alawi, who is a central midfielder, an Oman international, 13 caps and 5 goals. We also bought in Ikanit Panya, who is an attacking midfielder either on the left or in the centre, can also play midfielder, centre and on the right wing as well, so likes playing as an inverted winger, which we use wide left. He was a star for his previous team, Buriram United, who I believe won the league last season, so it's good to poach one of our rivals. I actually managed to get him on a deal where we pay a certain amount up front and then with instalments the whole deal will come to 1.1 million. Got quite a lot of free transfers there. Got Robin Holm on a free transfer, who's actually Swedish but he's got a Thai second nationality, so we brought him in. Tried to ship him out on loan to get a bit of experience, but that deal fell through on transfer deadline day. Brought in Ash Kigbu, who's a former Man City defender. Because of the way the squad registration works, any player who's foreigners, we're only allowed to have 3 in the squad, so we've actually brought him in and then we sent him straight back out on loan to Wacker Innsbruck in Austria. Quite a few other free transfers there as well, just to pad out our under 21 squad, which was looking a bit thin with the 15-year-old kids. The other thing I mentioned in the last video was we've graded a few of our staff. So we brought in Paul Putt as an assistant manager, just to help out. It's a bit better than what we had here before. And then we've brought in Alberto Toril as our head of youth development to hopefully bring through those players through the academy, which we have fantastic facilities anyway, so hopefully that'll help get a few more decent kids into the under 21s and then help us later on in the save if we need youth players to help Thailand progress as a nation too. So as I said, with the schedule, we ended up being put in Champions League Group E along with Guira, Yokohama, Melbourne Victory, and then the Chinese club Shanghai. So could be a tasty game. They've got a few foreigners in there. Aaron Moy, Oscar, Hulk, Marko Arnautovic up front, so that could be a big game for us when we get to that one. Not too sure whether our team is as good as theirs overall, but we'll give it a good go. I'm pretty sure team, as you may have just seen there, been in decent form to start the season. Breezed through the first 2 qualifying rounds, so the preliminary round and then the playoff round, and we're going to jump straight in and play that first Champions League group game. So of the new signings who come in, we've got Bruno Gallo as well, another central midfielder who can play wide left. He's a Brazilian, not been capped, but it's pretty hard for these kinds of players who are based away from Brazil to crack into that team. Managed to pick him up on a free, as he was recommended by the scouts, so we thought as a bit of padding we'll pick him up Gets into the team as the Mazzala, and then Panya's going to play wide left. Fingers crossed, we just continue our form from the last game in the Asian Champions League. And we can give a good account of ourselves in this first of 2 games that's going to be in this episode. So here's the team lineups, and let's get the game up and running. And kicked off and underway. So in the first couple of minutes, I had a few shots. Let's see if we can. I was going to try and put the latest scores for our group, but I can't. Let's try actually. First highlight of the game was a free kick that was put into the box. It's come back, and then Buriram United scored a screamer from outside the box. As the free kick came in, it was cleared out wide, and as he's picked it up, he's just lashed it from the edge of the box, left-footed inside the far post. What a way to start the Champions League campaign with a screamer. Yeah, so let's put the league table up here just so we can see what's going on in the other game. So at the moment, Melbourne and Shanghai are drawing. We have took that early lead, which is pleasing. We seem to be on top in this game as well, although 50-50 in terms of possession. We've had the 5 shots, 3 on target, 0.19 XG. Highlights in this game aren't very frequent, so hopefully we're playing well in the background. Seems to be showing through with the amount of shots, just not really creating many clear-cut chances or opportunities, although we are having a lot of corners as well. So nearly half an hour in, just that one highlight with the 1 goal so far. And in the other game, Shanghai have took the lead against Melbourne, I've just noticed, as we got another highlight coming. Yokohama bring the ball up the field, we turn it over, try to break away, tackle in their own half. Ball's played back, and they're playing some neat passes before lumping it forwards. Bit of a erroneous pass there leads to one of our players picking it up, shooting from distance. Keeper comfortably deals with that. Let's see if we can find Shanghai on here. I don't know whether that's the full Champions League games. Oh no, as we were checking that, we had a highlight going against us, and Yokohama have actually managed to equalise. Ball was played out from the left, it was crossed in, and it was put into the net. So looks like we might have a bit defensively to do, although we've gone straight up the other end, and even though their goal's still on the screen, we have actually taken the lead. So back in front, 37 minutes, all of a sudden become a bit eventful. Big lump ball, header one, being played forward. Sarachat gets on the ball, brilliant strike through the goalkeeper. Could probably have done a bit better there. After a pretty uneventful first half an hour, barring the goal, we now had 3 goals, 2 which came back to back, and we're on the attack again. The ball over the top, it's kept in, down by the corner flag. Gallo beats one man and then unleashes a left foot screamer as well. So that's 2 goals in the first game of the Champions League proper that could end up winning goal of the round, I think. Just skip past the challenge and then like an arrow hit it left-footed straight past the goalkeeper. He's off and away celebrating with a debut goal. Some of these players, the new signings, couldn't be registered for the previous round as it was too late, so this is actually the debut of a few of the players. So quite pleasing that it looks like we're going to be going in 3-1 at half time. So looking at the game stats, looks like we're playing quite well despite conceding that equaliser earlier on in the half. Pushed on. Not going to make any changes at half time unless they're enforced on us. Doesn't look like anybody's really in need of coming off. Gallo is on a booking, so I might just want to watch that in the middle of the pitch. So got a free kick, it's laid back. Play back forwards. Some nice short passes here. See where this leads. The play slowed down. Almost looks like it's going to break down. All the way back to the goalkeeper. Passes into the middle of the field. Two passes, we're back on the attack. Into the box. Savichat has a shot. Keeper's down well to save it. We got a corner. Corner gets drifted in. It's headed clear. And now Yokohama are on the counter attack. Slide tackle's not very good. Doesn't really stop them. Get the header. It's on target, but the goalkeeper's dealt with it well there. It's quite pleasing that the goalkeeper hasn't had much to do and he has actually made that save to keep the score at 3-1. So looking at the stats, we are on top. 14 shots, 8 on target, 0.75 XG, which is remarkable considering we've actually scored the 3 goals. Had 55% of the possession. Shanghai is still winning in the other game. Let's see if not sure where Shanghai's game is on the list of games here. So I don't actually know what the score is in that game. All we can tell from here is that they're on 3 points in the table currently, the same as us. So they are winning. Okay, so we're going to be forced into our first change of the game here. As Miranda seems to have picked up a knock. So not to risk him. We'll get a replacement ready. And make that sub with 65 minutes gone. Hopefully it won't affect the shape of the team too much. Can play out on the wide right. Everybody else seems to be doing quite well. Left back's having an exceptionally good game on an 8 rating. So I'm happy we've ended up Envy Boom. And I think we will actually make another sub in the middle of the field. Armanda Alawi, another new signing, to come on and replace Gallo, who's on that booking. He's not known a lot about the leagues. Actually get 30,000, nearly 31,000 in attendance for Champions League game at Buriram United, so it's quite a respectable turnout. Not knowing much, don't really know what to expect from those kinds of things, whether football is popular or as popular in Asia as it is in Europe. It seems to be a growing market there still, hence the reason why Thailand is a good opportunity to try and help a nation grow. So just had a shot that's, I think, turned around the post. It's got a corner floated in, but the highlight breaks down as the ball's cleared. So it's another game where we're having a lot of shots. 18 shots, 11 on target. We have scored 3 goals, which is quite pleasing. The goals are flowing, and luckily we do seem to have quite a tight defence. It's not a case of not scoring as many goals as we could and then leaking goals. Do seem to be playing quite consistently at the back, which is good at the start of a season. So 5 added minutes, we're into a couple of that have gone already. Looks like we're going to start the Champions League group stage with a win, which is always a positive. Currently sitting top of the group as well, which with Shanghai I think being the tough team to come up against, it's a really good start for us. So I'm going to skip forwards to the next game, bring you back just as we're about to kick off the next game in the Champions League. Okay guys, so we're back for the second game in the ACL. Got Melbourne victory this time. We have got an unchanged team lineup from the last game as we played quite well. Managed that 3-1 win. So thought won't mess about with the team at all. Just carry on whilst we're in a good wave of form. See if we can't just continue with another win to make it 2 from 2 in the ACL. So the game seems to have started off quite slowly, although we have had the first shot of the game. Wasn't target, but couldn't have been anything too good. Okay, so the first highlight is with us. We have a corner that's swung in, ball breaks out towards the halfway line, playing a few short passes, before it's lumped into the box, and as it's come down by the shot, but it's gone wide of the goal, not even a corner. It's been given as a goal kick, so must have been off target. Started quite brightly. Looking at some of the stats, I had 61% of possession in the first 18 minutes. So as the time is ticking on, up to nearly 25 minutes, Melbourne have just had their first shot. Wasn't on target. Doesn't seem like much is happening in this game. As we can see from this league table as well, Shanghai are winning in the game against Yokohama, and Marko Arnautovic has got that goal. As we get on the attack, out wide, try the cross, which gets blocked for victory. Start an attack. It's cut out. Ball was lumped forward, but that was cut out. It comes to Sepovic on the edge of the box, and he has scored a screamer. That's 3 of those in the last 2 games, where he's took a touch. Panya's played it to him. He's cut back on his right foot. He's it in the top corner. Goalkeeper can't save that. And we are now about to move back to the top of the group table. Yeah, as you can see here, Arnautovic got that goal for Shanghai, which has put them on 6 points too. So I think with them being the biggest danger and them being the next game, it's important that we win these first 2 games to get those 6 points on the board. And it looks likely at the moment that we will, because nearing half time we've been the dominant team. As we get another highlight, we've got a free kick on the edge of the box. It's driven against the wall, it comes back, it's scrambling around in the box, and there is Sarachat to make it 2-0. So yeah, the initial free kick hit the man on the wall. It's played back to him. He then had a shot hit the post, and Sarachat's there to just tap it into the empty net. the goalkeeper already committed. So it's looking likely that we are going to be on 6 points, from 6 points. Although Melbourne Victory have got an attack at the moment. We've now broken away. Marko Sepovic has got the ball. He's had a shot just wide the post. So we are going to head in at half time at 2-0 up. Don't think there's any need to make a change at half time, so leave the team talk to the assistant manager who tells players that we're pleased with what they're doing. Get the game back off and underway. Lump forwards. Melbourne Victory are able to have a bit of a counter attack. We pick the ball off on the halfway line, moving forwards. Ball's played through. Sarachak tried the shot. It's come back out to Sepovic. Puts it over the bar for goal kick. So yeah, our dominance showed in the first half. It's continuing now with 16 shots. Still only 6 on target, which is not great. And now we picked up an injury to Bruno Gallo, which means that Al Alawi can come on. We can make that swap. Hopefully it's nothing too serious for Gallo. As you can see by his rating, he's just having a good game up until that point. So fingers crossed it's only a knock that's taken him out of the game and comes off as a precaution. So as we can see now, Arnautovic has got another one for Shanghai as they are 2-0 up in their game. But luckily, with us sitting on 6 points and them sitting on 6 points, like I was saying earlier on during the game, if they're the biggest danger and we're matching them pace, then we can beat them. Whether they manage to beat us and win the group, but either way, as long as we qualify, I think we'll be in a good enough position. I think we're going to make a change up front. Sepovic has played quite well, but I think we're going to give Jadid a chance up there, see if he can do anything, and then we'll keep the third substitution. Although it's saying there, Alawi's picked up a knock. So I'm going to go back in, even though we've got a counter attack on in the background, and make another third and final change. Even though Alawi's just come on, he's having to come straight back off. So yeah, keep an eye on that Shanghai game. They're still 2-0. We're at 2-0 away from home as well, which is good. Absolutely dominating these games. 23 shots, 10 on target. 10 off target though, crazily. 59% of possession as well. "15 minutes left to go in the game." Looks like the highlights have dried up. We're hopefully just doing what we need to see the game out and get us over the line. Although Shanghai have scored a third goal, which has now actually put them above us on goal difference. But then they concede, just as I was saying that. It's put us back top. So they're winning 3-1. Their collection of ex-Premier League players is quite impressive. And then the dreaded thing happens where we drop down to 10 men because we've already had to make 3 substitutions. So we're going to have to try and see the game out for the last 6 minutes. with 10 men. Hopefully it just skips on through, there's not too much happen. We can get away from here with the 6 points on the board from the first 2 Champions League games. Although 6 added minutes are going to make us drag it out for as long as they can. 3 of those played. I have to say I'm very impressed with the way we are playing at this early stage of the season. 26 shots is an absurd amount considering Melbourne have only had 4, haven't even hit the target, haven't worked our goalkeeper, asked us no questions, and there we have it. We are 6 from 6 in the ACL, which is fantastic. It's all we can ask for. Dominating games. Team seems to be playing really well. The new signings are gelled in, scored a few screamers. Everything's going well. So I'm a bit undecided what to do next. I could skip to the first day of the season and show a game from the first day of the season, or could skip the first couple of games of the season, come back for the Champions League games. I'm going to sign off from this video, have a little think about what to do, and then I'll come back to you in the next couple of days with another video. So if you've enjoyed that, please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment in the box below if there's anything you want to see on the channel. Try and get back to as many of you as I can, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe.